Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when it's cold and drear. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are unchanging. That's Mr. Jared Michael on the keys. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. Oh, every this Christmas tree brings to us such joy and glee. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, evergreen, unchanging, oh, symbol of goodwill and love, you'll ever be unchanging. Each shining light, each silver bell, no other light that spreads to so well. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, you'll ever be unchanging. Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, you'll ever be unchanging. Oh, symbol of goodwill and love, you'll ever be unchanging. Each shining light, each silver bell, oh, no other light that spreads just so well. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, you'll ever be unchanging. You'll ever be unchanging. You'll ever be unchanging.
So, just in case you didn't know this, St. Nicholas, aka St. Nick, aka Big Man with the red suit, the beard, the hat, the works. He's black, okay? Santa's a brother. And this brother was very good to me this year. He was so good to me, I'm gonna share with you what he gave me, all right? On the first day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the second day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 2 doobie-doos and a copy of Red Dead. On the third day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 3 PS4s, 2 doobie-doos, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the fourth day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 doobie-doos, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the fifth day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the 6th day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 6 Cardi B's, 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the 7th day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 7 Raisin Canes, 6 Cardi B's, 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. Black Santa gave to me 8 Cromwell apples, 7 Raisin Canes, 6 Cardi B's, 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the 9th day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 9 refund checks, 8 Cromwell apples, 7 Raisin Canes, 6 Cardi B's, 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the 10th day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 10 Bentley trucks, 9 refund checks, 8 Cromwell apples, 7 Raisin Canes, 6 Cardi B's, 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the 11th day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 11 lottery tickets, 10 Bentley trucks, 9 refund checks, 8 Cromwell apples, 7 Raisin Canes, 6 Cardi B's, 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the 12th day of Christmas, Black Santa, he gave to me 12 records, 11 lottery tickets, 10 million trucks, 9 refund trucks, 8 Cromwell apples, 7 Raisin Canes, 6 Cardi B, 5 golden chains. And a copy of Red Dead Redemption. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals! Thank you so much, everybody.
If you have structured payments, but you need cash now, what you gonna do, y'all? You better call JG when we're 877 cash now. Call now. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. It's your girl, Allie A. Off of the holiday weekend, you say, tuning in to a brand new Just For You episode of Two Hoes and a Console. Please like, follow, share if you care, because a hoe's trying to grow. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Was it eventful? Did you secure the turkey? Did you lock down the Christmas ham? Let a hoe know. I definitely want to say, appreciate everyone's patience things got crazy because I do have a regular job. Things got crazy with work. And then when Thanksgiving came around, I was trying to help people secure the PS5. Oh my God. V White on Twitch, what's good? Follow up. We are live on Twitch and on YouTube. Feel free to hop in the comments. V White on Twitch. I got to pick up my Xbox Series X on last Wednesday from Walmart. Got it when they did the 9 p.m. drop. Congratulations to you. I will let you all know that tomorrow, since tomorrow is December 1st, we will be starting the 25 days of Black Hole Christmas giveaway. I snagged up quite a few goodies. That's one of the reasons I love like Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales, because you can snag up a bunch of goodies. And I do have quite a few goodies to give away. V White, don't take it personal. I'll try to throw in something that might be more uni for you, but a lot of it are PlayStation games. Since PS5, you can play PS4 games. A lot of them have next-gen upgrades. I grabbed a ton of games. Got some PS5 accessories as well, like the media remote here that we're going to be doing as part of the giveaway. We're going to start with one giveaway tonight. Just let me know if you secured the Christmas ham. I don't care if it's a PlayStation or Xbox. Just put in the chat, I secured the Christmas ham, and we will pick one of these games at random to give away. We're going to be giving this stuff away all throughout the month of December. I'm going to make sure that it's shipped to you in time for Christmas. No need to worry about that. So very excited about the opportunity. Again, I'm trying to get to affiliate on Twitch. A hoe's trying to grow on affiliate. And since, with the pandemic and COVID and stuff, I figured this was a cool way to be able to pay it forward, is just, pick up some stuff and give it away for fun. All you got to do is put in the chat, I secured the holiday ham, or I secured the Christmas ham, and you will automatically be entered in for a chance to win something from tonight. We're going to be doing this tonight, all month. I will take care of the shipping. We will get your information and DM it later on. So, let's talk. Let's discuss. So, I'm happy and pissed at the same time for people, right? Because I never want to come off like that person like I told you so. I'm really trying my best to be as motivating and as encouraging as possible. But at the same time, I'm a realist, and I like to keep it real. And I was saying this stuff from Jump Street. I said the best opportunity for you to secure a PS5, if you did not have a pre-order, was launch. And that has not changed. Really, if you want to call November, we can call November launch month. We'll just call launch month. If you have secured the Christmas ham for launch month, whatever your console is, congratulations to you. But now here is the problem. And this is the problem I was talking about for weeks and weeks. People are online and they're pissed off and they think it's, everybody's trying to find someone to blame. People who are looking for consoles. I have some of my closest friends who are in gaming crews. I'm trying to help them get a console. My own flesh and blood relatives, I'm trying to help them get a console. And they're getting pissed. And it's like, everybody wants to point the blame at someone. People want to point the blame at Sony. Well, you should have known demand was going to be high and you didn't make enough. Or people are trying to point the blame at the retailers for not having enough bot protection. Or people want to point the blame at the scalpers for driving up the cost of the console. Everybody's looking at someone to blame. The real fault for the lack of inventory, real talk, the real fault for the lack of inventory is COVID-19. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's the God's honest truth. It's the pandemic. Sony has data on data on data, okay? When we talked about I guess it's technically now the previous generation console pie, 75% was PlayStation, 20% was Nintendo with the Switch, and 5% was Xbox. Sony knows what their demand is. They know that there were an estimated close to 115 million PlayStation 4 owners. They know the demand is there. That's not the issue. The issue is a pandemic issue. what people fail to realize is the pandemic just doesn't affect your own personal quality of life, of being able to socialize. The pandemic has affected multiple business sectors, including manufacturing. When you are in a factory, close up on an assembly line, you're with products that have all types of minerals and dust and materials and chemicals and all types of hazardous crap that can expose your respiratory system, right? Then you're in close quarters with people. It's a COVID bird's nest of feeding and breeding. So what people need to understand is have a realistic perspective. It's not Sony's fault that there's not enough inventory. It's not. I do give partial blame to these major infrastructure conglomerates, the Walmarts, the GameStops of the world, who don't have bot protection when they could have easily spent money to create bot protection, or do one better, just make it one per billing zip code. Because if someone has 10 credit cards with 10 different billing addresses, they're most likely doing wire fraud. So again, you might find the person here and there who might have 2 separate billing addresses on a card. Otherwise, do one per billing zip code or one per billing address, and that would help disperse the inventory much more evenly, and it would fight bot protection. Also, too, if you see that their bots are doing a lot of orders, cancel those orders out. Cancel as many as possible and then do a re-up. Do like, okay, we spent the past 24 to 48 hours combing through every order that was processed. We're canceling out the ones that look like dupe to us. We're going to do a re-up right now. This is what we have available, yada, yada, shmada, right? And you rinse and repeat just for the sake of the quality of the customer. But you also have to understand, once Sony receives purchase orders from these major retailers, the Best Buys, the Targets, the Walmarts, the GameStops, the third-party authorized resellers, they already got their money. It's not Sony's job to create bot protection. It's not Sony's job. And in the era of the pandemic, you're going to have a delay. Again, COVID is not over. The pandemic is not over, people. The pandemic really is about to go into phase 2. If we keep it all the way real, we're hitting cold and flu season. Then we're gonna be hitting allergies. It's gonna be running rampant for a good 6 to 9 months. And I don't know about you, but y'all not injected me with nothing. You might cure COVID, but you make me a quadriplegic. No, thank you. I want a vaccine when it's proper and fully tested and fully ready. You be putting emergency stuff in you. You don't know what's inside, but that's just me. I digress. So do not blame Sony for lack of inventory. You don't think they have those folks in those factories working triple overtime for little to no pay to get the consoles made, right? Then you have to get them from Asia to the States. Nobody's going to be buying 757s to ship this freight over for the next 3 months. The cost is too damn high. So again, they do freight by sea. The boats, the cargo ships. And then you take the cargo off the cargo ships, and then you disperse the inventory across the lower 48 and whatever countries and continents you care about. So I say that to say, this is why from Jump Street, I preached about getting it as close to launch day, if not launch day weekend, as humanely possible, because I knew this is what was going to happen. We are now going into December 1st. You have a lot of people who are really going to be trying to fight to get a console in time for Hanukkah, if you celebrate Hanukkah, which is next Friday, in time for Christmas. We are 25 days away from Christmas. It is not a game in these streets. And I'm telling you right now, I'm keeping it 5,000. If you do not have a console secured by Wednesday, December 16th from a retailer, you need to make a decision on if you're going to buy it from a scalper. Real talk, I mean, I'm keeping it all the way real. I would honestly say Hanukkah Friday, December 11th, which is a week from this Friday. I say you give yourself 2 weeks. I'll be generous. 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks from today, if you are a Christmas person, to get your console. If you are trying to get it for manufacturer suggested retail price, which is how I secured mine, which is how I hope with this stream and how people are doing word of mouth and yada yada shmada, they help them secure theirs. We're going to talk about different strategies, how we update, fine-tune, tweak things from what we've learned this month of November. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But if you do not have your console by 2 weeks from this today, what is that, December 14th? If you don't have it by December 14th, You really need to figure out if you're going to spend an extra $300 or $400 to get a console under the tree for Christmas. Because you have to think about this in multiple forms of currency, right? It's not just the monetary currency, the paper currency. It's the time and labor, right? All of the time, all of the websites, all of the tabs, all of the refreshing, all of the adding to cart and it's stuck in a cache, trying to check out, trying to put in your payment information, trying to place order. All of the sweat equity that you put into securing the Christmas ham, are you gonna pull it off? And if you don't pull it off by the 14th, at this point, right? Like, let's pretend I was in that position. Let's pretend it's December 14th. I am an old school hoe. I love tradition. I love Christmas. I love the spirit of Christmas and the joy of Christmas and the smile that Christmas can bring to people's faces. I know Christmas time is a hard time for a lot of people. I was fortunate to grow up in a household where we loved Christmas and the meaning of Christmas, not even just the spiritual meaning, but just the meaning of giving and bringing joy and happiness to other people. I was very fortunate in that aspect, which is why I'm paying it forward. Real quick, I am doing the 25 days of Black Hoe Christmas giveaway. I got a ton of goodies from Best Buy, from Target. We're giving away a ton of games. We're going to start with one tonight. We're also going to give away some PS5 accessories. Got a couple of remotes. I have a camera. I don't know if I want to give it away or return it. Y'all might not want the camera, but the remote is definitely an accessory you absolutely want. Also going to give away some PlayStation store cards here as well. I will take care of the shipping. Just put in the chat, I secured the Christmas ham. I don't care if it's on Twitch or on YouTube. If you want a chance to win, we're going to do a giveaway at the end of the stream. Just put in, I secured the Christmas ham. That's all you have to do. And hopefully subscribe or follow a hoe. I would like that. But, I want you to do it if you actually like the content. So just put in the chat, I secured the Christmas ham. Automatic entry for tonight's stream. So, what we have learned, let's pretend I am in the position of it's December 14th. It's about a little over a week and a half till Christmas. I do not have my PlayStation 5. If I'm on my phone and I'm going on the first of all, don't even look at eBay. Don't look at it. Don't touch it with a 50-foot pole. It will give you PTSD. Don't do it. If I'm looking at the OfferUps, the Craigslist, the Facebook marketplaces of the world, if I saw a console, right? So I'm on the West Coast, so tax is close to 10%. So even though the PS5 is $499, and I would even do this for Xbox too, like an Xbox X. The S, Buy a Switch. Don't buy the S. Buy a Switch. Or save an extra $100 and try to fight for a digital on the PlayStation Direct store. Don't buy this. So if I was in the market for an Xbox Series X, the big one, or a PS5, digital or physical at this point, if I was on those sites, we'll pretend for price purposes physical. So you have $499. You might as well say after tax, you get to about like $540-ish. You'll say $545. We'll just round it up to $550 for good measure. If I was on one of those resale sites and someone had a console listed for $750, I would buy it. No questions asked. I would buy it. I would inspect the box. I would make sure that the seal is the legitimate seal from Sony, the legitimate seal from Microsoft. You really cannot fake those seals if you really, really, really inspect the box. They're really hard to fake. You'll also be able to tell if someone broke the box. Rule number 7 in the Church of Hodom, check the bottom of the box. One of the things that bad flippers do is they will open the box from the bottom and try to rearrange the contents if they put like fake stuff inside of it or whatever, and then reseal the bottom of the box because it doesn't break the top seal. So if I was in that position and the price was right, really I would even go $850 if your paper's okay. But if you see something for $750, Or someone's just trying to get rid of it last minute and they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're selling. You see it for $6.50. Don't ask questions. Don't play hardball. Go buy it. Inspect it and go buy it. A lot of people don't inspect the box. But if I was in that position, I would show the money. I'm like, listen, I'm here. We've met. Obviously, hopefully it's daytime. Hopefully it's in a public place where you feel safe and secure, especially as a woman, right? Control the environment. Control the environment. You control the narrative. Control your safety. I would show the money like, here's the money. I have the intent to purchase. I need to open the box, which requires me breaking the seal. But I'm showing you the money saying, if this is what it is, we should have no issues here, right? Or if you're really trying to keep it as a present, by all means, inspect the official seals. But real talk, let them open the box. Right? If someone says, hey, can I open the box? I said, I need to see the money first, right? If they're trying to pay you digitally, whether it's like Venmo or Cash App or Zelle, have them put a deposit in if they're in person. It's like, listen, I have no problem with you breaking the seal, but I need to make sure you're the real deal. Because if you break the seal, it's no longer brand new. Even if it's never been touched, never been set up, it's technically an open box because you broke the seal. So go ahead and Zelle me 50% of whatever the agreed price is. Once I receive that Zelle confirmation, open the box. Open the box. They open the box. They see everything's good. They pay you the other 50%. Toodles, right? There's different ways to go about it. So I'm just saying that to say everyone's situation is scenario is different. And obviously I want everybody to get it from MSRP, but it's very, very, very important. If you end up in that scenario, I would honestly give it another 2 weeks. You should be taking the next 2 weeks and fighting it out with the rest of whatever country you reside in where you're watching tonight. If by 2 weeks from today, Monday, December 14th, if you do not have your console, if you do not have your, whether it's a PlayStation 5 or Xbox, I would then consider going the route of looking at a flipper. And if you see something that's priced at $650, $750, or $800, don't ask questions. Buy it, inspect it, but buy it. Ryan on YouTube, where can I get a PS5 before Christmas? Excellent question. Appreciate you tuning in. We're going to talk about that right now. So, what did we learn from November? Okay, we learned a few things. First thing we learned is that Sony confirmed PS5 sales outperformed PS4, biggest launch in the history of the console. So what does that mean? It means we take the patterns and the trends of the four major players. Now, I know that there are other players in the space. I know like Adorama had a drop today. I know Ant Online had a drop for Xboxes today. I really like to focus on the big four: Walmart, Target, Best Buy, GameStop. You follow the patterns, you follow the trends, and then you make your decisions accordingly. So what did we learn from the month of November? You take Target, for example. Let's start with Target. Target has not had a drop since launch. That should scare people. That should scare people. That one of a better shopping experience 8 times out of 10 than Walmart has not had a single drop since launch weekend. That's scary. That should be a huge problem. Now, word on the street is Target is supposed to be doing a drop for in-store pickup only on Wednesday, this Wednesday. I do not know. That is according to an email that was leaked to some insiders. I am trying to find a copy of the email. I have not received a copy. The second I see a copy, I'm going to put it on my Twitter. I'm going to put it on my Instagram. By all means, feel free to follow Aho on social media. You'll see with the overlays where you can do it. It's 2 hoes and a console, the name of the channel. I personally love Target. I would love them more if they had more inventory, because the beautiful thing about Target is that you can buy it at 2 in the morning and pick it up at 9 in the morning. It is literally they have the best way of going about it. We are only selling what the store received and nothing else. If the store has it and you're one of the first ones to check out, God bless you. We'll send you an email confirmation. We'll let you know when you can pick it up. You'll pick it up the same day. You don't have to worry about logistics. You don't have to worry about FedEx drivers trying to cop your stuff. That is the best way to do it. The problem is Target doesn't have any inventory. Apparently, they are doing a drop on Wednesday. Now, I don't know what this means. I don't know if this means you should stay up late tomorrow night around the 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern time frame. See if they open it up and buy it, or if it means they're going to do a sale on Wednesday sometime during the day. Here's Target's MO, because we're going to break down the patterns of each four. Target, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop. Target has people, right? So when Target closes, just like any other major retailer, they have trucks that come in overnight, okay? And there are people on the overnight shift, they call them pickers, who start picking items off the truck. So as they pick the items off the truck, they scan the items, and then the items go into the POS where people can purchase them in terms of in-stock inventory. It's the same thing that happens with these gaming consoles. Sometimes they don't know what's coming on or off of the truck. So do I believe that Target has received inventory since launch weekend? Yes. Why do I say yes? Because everybody has been receiving inventory. Best Buy, GameStop, and Walmart. There's no way in hell Sony wouldn't send inventory to Target and not let them sell it. Target is strategizing. Target is saying, okay, we're going to do what we did from when the time the PS5 was available for pre-order until launch. Whatever we get off the truck, we're not going to scan it in the system for sale. We're going to put it in the corner and let it cluster. We're going to let the pallets cluster, and then we're going to delegate when we scan it for sale. We're going to delegate when we put it up there. I have no shame in that. Here's the problem with that. We already know it's the biggest launch in history. We already know that there is a shipping, manufacturing, logistics issue due to the pandemic. So I'm fearful for this because I feel like this is going to be Target's last drop for 2020. I would prioritize Target if you can, especially with the mobile app. If you can set up Apple Pay or Google Pay, you skip 2 steps in the checkout process. You pick your store, you check out, you Apple Pay, double click, done. You're Audi 5000. Also, too, Target has been doing due diligence in terms of trying to make sure it's one per billing address. Even if people try to pay with PayPal, their customer service team has been going back and forth and like, okay, if we see duplicates, we're canceling them. I've even heard of Target canceling orders because they think accounts look like flipping accounts. So I give them credit for doing due diligence for that. But I think if Target does that drop on Wednesday, close your Target tabs out after this week. They're not going to have any more for sale. It's not happening. Ryan on YouTube, you think Wednesday they're going to sell their inventory? Do you know what time? So here, again, so we're going to go back to the patterns of Target. Again, we follow the data and the patterns of the retailers to make the best guesstimated situations possible. Based on your local time zone, pickers start picking at 4 in the morning. Okay? So if you lived on the East Coast, pickers come in and they start scanning stuff off the truck between 4 and 6 in the morning local time. If you do not see, because I know a lot of people use Pop Finder or BrickSeek for inventory. So the motto is, if you do not see inventory numbers change by 6 a.m. your local time, that means there's no inventory for sale that day. Here's the difference with Target. Target is putting their pallets to the side. So even though Pop Finder and BrickSeek are showing zeros on the site, that doesn't mean they don't have 0 PS5s. It just means they haven't scanned any PS5s into the system to show that the inventory is available for purchase. Because when they do that, the websites flip. They flip from out of stock to limited stock, or they flip from limited stock to available for in-store pickup or available for delivery. So that's the other play with Target. Target might also, because they did this launch week, they might offer the opportunity to ship. they might have their various fulfillment centers apart to different regions of the country where they're going to allow you to ship. So this is what I'm doing for Target. Tomorrow night, since I am on the West Coast, from midnight to 3 a.m., I'm staying up. And I'm having my Target tabs open, and I'm having my Target app open. But that's midnight to 3 a.m. Pacific. That equates to 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern. 2 to 5 Central, 1 to 4 Mountain. Now, real talk. The data and the trend has been with Target, the 12:30 Pacific, the 1:30 Pacific time frame, because Target is never going to sell their inventory until all of their stores nationwide have closed. And with the holiday season, their stores don't close to 11. Where I live, Targets don't close until 11 o'clock. So you have to think about Targets don't close till 11 o'clock local time. Then they need an hour cool down period. Then they go to work on the overnight, which is where you get the midnight Pacific onward. That is the play you should do for the next 2 days. Real talk. Because if Target's drop happens this week, this will be the last time you'll be able to buy a PS5 from Target. Now, and that is my preferred opinion. The curbside pickup is seamless. You go there, you log into the app, you type in the number, you say I'm here, you put your parking spot, what's the 4 digits, they slide it in the back seat, toodle to the noodle, you're gone. That's why I love Target. You buy it at 2 a.m., you pick it up at 9 a.m. It's brilliant. The second best place is going to be Best Buy. Best Buy has been doing a very good track record since the launch, in my opinion, and I have to give them kudos in terms of being able to purchase a console and then pick it up within a few days. And they've also been doing due diligence with their queue. Now, obviously, you have to fight through the glitches just like you have to fight through on any glitched website. But your probability is much higher to secure the console with a Target and a Best Buy than it is with a Walmart and a GameStop. And we'll talk about that in a moment. Best Buy, right? We talked about this earlier in the month. I'm just pulling up this stupid Walmart catalog so you can have an understanding. Let me go back to the in-between. So, Walmart put this in their Black Friday, in their toy catalog. They did it for the PlayStation 5, and they did it for the Xbox. Okay, what is the problem with this? The problem with this is that you legally have to have inventory to sell, okay? The legal team, the marketing team, all the lawyers got together and said, okay, well, if we put it in the toy catalog is for the holiday season. Well, how long is the holiday season? November 1st to December 25th? That's 7, almost 8 weeks worth, right? That covers their ass. So consumers who go to try to buy an Xbox from Walmart, who go to try to buy a PS5 from Walmart, don't sue them because they put it in the proper legalese to cover their ass, also known in the HR world as a CYA. Best Buy did the same thing. How do we know this? Best Buy had the Xbox and the PS5 in their Black Friday advertising. What was the caveat? For the pandemic, Black Friday was not Black Friday the day. They did Black Friday the week, which is why you saw Best Buy last week drop PS5s and Xboxes at 5 in the morning Eastern time. They were trying to fight the bots. Now, I give them kudos for doing it on the sneak like that. A lot of people secured their console this past week. A lot of people did in-store pickup for Friday and Saturday and yesterday at Best Buy and secured their console. Is Best Buy going to do this again? I believe Best Buy has at most 2 drops left in them. 2 and only 2. Now, we also learned from Best Buy at launch, they did an impromptu, unannounced drop at around 6 a.m. Pacific time, which was 9 a.m. Eastern. A lot of people were able to secure their console because it was such a surprise. A lot of streamers streamed about it, though. I believe, personally, that Best Buy feels like they had success from the way they did the drop Thanksgiving week last weekend. The problem is that more people know about it, which means more people are anticipating it. So for Best Buy, during the pre-order days, the meat days were Wednesday, Thursdays, Fridays. Those were like the meat and potato days when it was like you could try to get a GameStop, you could try to get a Target, you could try to get a Best Buy, you could try to get a Walmart. I think that pattern remains the same. But real talk, if you are having an issue securing a console, I personally, and I will be doing this as well, I personally believe that you should be allocating your early Sunday mornings for Best Buy. I know it's inconvenient. I know people want to sleep in on the weekends, but the early bird gets the worm. Now let's talk about Best Buy for a moment. Because again, as I said, and I appreciate you all tuning in. We're live on Twitch, on YouTube. Make questions, comments, concerns. By all means, do it. And a real quick plug. I'm doing the 25 days of Black Hole Christmas giveaway. We're starting tonight. I got a ton of games that we're going to be giving away throughout the month of December. Also some PlayStation 5 accessories, like a couple media remotes here, maybe a couple controllers, and some PlayStation Store gift cards. All you have to do is put in the chat, I secured the Christmas ham. If you're new to the channel, that's how we talk about securing the consoles. For November, it was securing the turkey. Since we're going into December, it's I secured the Christmas ham. Just put I secured the Christmas ham in the chat, whether it's Twitch or YouTube. You will automatically be entered, and at the end of the stream, we will pick a lucky winner and a random game from the pile. I will get it shipped to you in time for Christmas. So, Ryan, Wednesday, should I wake up at 6 a.m. for Best Buy and Target? I would wake up earlier. So, okay, let me use this as an example. The last time Target did a drop, so when Target did a drop around launch, they already had the inventory in the store, right? So all of the Targets close at 11 o'clock their local time. Target is not going to do anything until all of the Targets across America. So think about this if you were in California, okay? So 11 p.m. in California, the Targets close. They're going to take 11 to midnight as an hour to cool down. They got to shut down the systems. They got to start mopping the floors. They got to get ready for the overnight crew to come in and clean and rearrange inventory so by the time the store reopens, it doesn't look half like a mess, okay? So from 12 midnight Pacific to 3 a.m. Pacific, you should be watching Target for the next 2 days. Because your scenario of waking up at 6 a.m., that scenario is for, let's say Target gets a truck in on a Thursday, and the pickers come in Thursday morning at 4 o'clock, and they're scanning items off the truck, and they get an unexpected box of PS5s. And maybe they have 4 PS5s for sale. And those PS5s get scanned at 4:45 in the morning. At 5 in the morning, if you check like a Pop Finder or a Brick Seek, it shows that a Target store not too far from where you're willing to go has 4 PS5s. Well, if you get up, throw on some clothes, get some coffee, run out the door, and try to get in line, when they open, they will sell you that PS5 first come, first serve. That is that scenario. You do not do that scenario right now. The next 2 days, from midnight to 3 a.m. Pacific, convert that for your Eastern, Central, or Mountain time zones. You need to be watching Target. Because all they're going to do is they don't have to wait for the truck to come deliver the PS5s. They've got the PS5s in the warehouse. All they're going to do is scan them. They're going to scan them, and then once all of them are scanned, Target Corporate's going to push a button, the website's going to go live, and then it's first come, first serve on the in-store pickup purchase. That's what you're doing for the next 2 days. I hope I clarified that for you. Let's talk about Best Buy for a moment again. Appreciate you all tuning in. Hope you're having a great time. New episode of Two Hoes and a Console. A hoe is still trying to get to affiliate. 50 followers on Twitch. Like, follow, share if you care, because a hoe's trying to grow. I'm bringing up the Best Buy website, if I can focus. Thank you. I'm bringing up the Best Buy website because this is also something you should be paying attention to. When we talk about patterns and trends and data, right, there's various times of the day where the websites will update inventory. It's why sometimes when you see things like when Adorama did a drop at 11 o'clock Eastern, that's really a time frame where a lot of retailers update their inventory in terms of what's in stock, what's not in stock. So one of the things I have been doing personally is I've been paying attention to the accessories. Because the accessories sell out just as fast. And just full disclosure, obviously, after we get through the Christmas holiday season, I will definitely be going back to streaming more of the games. I haven't been able to enjoy my PS5 as much because I've been grinding on the hunt to help people out. But I will say this. I have one of every accessory. I highly, 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 highly recommend you get that DualSense charging station. And you definitely should get a spare controller because the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers, it's so interactive. That controller is game changing. It's really the cherry on top of the console sundae, but it does eat at the battery. And if you're the type of person like me, where it's like, you're gaming for a little bit, like if I'm playing Dead by Daylight for a little bit, and then I take a nap or I go to sleep, and I plop the controller on the couch or in the gaming room or whatever, and then come back, and then you're gaming, and all of a sudden it's low battery. I like to be able to continuously game wirelessly and freely and whatever. So this $30, it's a separate power brick as well. This to me is the accessory. I like my headset. I like the headset a lot. It's got a lot of boom in certain games. But in my personal opinion, get a spare controller and get that dual charging station. It is for $30. I don't like to play with Sony's battery technology with third-party manufacturers. It always should be Sony to Sony when it comes to chemicals touching, okay? And the media remote will be beneficial if you're watching your Blu-rays as more streaming apps come to the console. Really, these two are beautiful. And as I said, one of the things I will be giving away is a media remote later on this month. So that's just full disclosure. Pay attention to when accessories go live. Because accessories going live tells you that someone is emptying inventory off of the truck. Okay? That means there's a possibility of a potential drop happening. If you see Pulse 3D headsets going live, there's a potential for a drop. A big potential for a drop to happen. So what I like to do, right, is like you could have your two different, don't worry, I have my second monitor coming in a couple of weeks. It was just out of stock. So it's like if you have your two different tabs open here, right, one for your physical, one for your digital, I like to keep this centralized PS5 tab open and refresh it to see if the accessories update. Because that's what happened last week. It started with the headset. The headset showed it was available for purchase. And then they dropped consoles just like a thief in the night. So I would say always have a section open where you can pay attention to the accessories with Best Buy. As I said earlier, I believe Best Buy is definitely due for 2 more drops. I highly doubt you will see more than 2 drops from any retailer. Target is only doing the 1, unless they have a random pallet come in for a fulfillment center where they will ship it. In terms of in-store pickup, ordering it at 2 a.m., picking up at 9, 1 more drop. Best Buy, it seems like what they have been doing is they've been doing their drops and then scheduling their pickups like a few days out. So whether it's like they already know what's coming in on the truck, they already know what's expected to be delivered, they already secure those pre-orders, so they don't want people camping out. Target, you have the potential for people camping out. I know people have been doing the Xbox that way, but in all actuality, they're only due for 1 more drop. Here, like Target, the same way with Target, right? This is Target's centralized PS5 page, okay? Where you can have access to the accessories and yada yada shmata, right? If I see accessories go live, if I just refresh this page and I see any major accessory, the headset, the remote, the DualSense charging station, or I can hit add to cart, then I know there might be a potential for a drop happening because someone's emptying pallets off the truck. And as they scan the inventory in the system, the website goes, boop, available, boop, boop. So just keep that in mind. I think that's one thing. Not enough people on all these different streaming sites or streamers or YouTubers, if you will, are talking about. Keep your eye on the accessories. The accessories could be the snitch for a console dropping impromptu. Let's talk about GameStop for a moment. So GameStop and Walmart are definitely, in my opinion, in the same boat in terms of lack of bot protection, in terms of, I think the only leg up, if you want to think about it as a leg up, is if your Walmart order doesn't get canceled, you can do in-store pickup. I'm always a proponent of in-store pickup over shipping because you have more control over your inventory. But in terms of the shopping, right, the transaction experience from the consumer side, it's hot garbage. When you hit the add to cart and it says, oh, we'll be a few minutes, that's just a cache. Bots have found a way to get around it. And they only sell bundles. That's another reason why I'm a proponent of Best Buy and Target. You get straight to the meat. You get straight to the Christmas ham. Don't get it twisted. We've talked about the side items. The side items are delicious. But right now, we care about securing the Christmas ham. And when you can only buy bundles, I think it's just a crappy way of retailers just trying to make as much money as possible. Now, to play devil's advocate, beggars can't be choosy. Beggars can't be choosy, y'all. You get what you get, and you be grateful, especially if you're trying to get it in time for Christmas. You get what you get. Sorry about that. Went down the wrong way. But I would say the one thing I will give GameStop credit for is their turnaround time for delivery. The delivery time is just, it's not terrible. I think the last drop they did, they said estimated delivery between December 2nd and December 7th. And you could spend the extra $18 for the sake of peace of mind if you wanted to do expedited shipping. I don't think that's a terrible price for expedited shipping, especially with the type of item you're talking about shipping here. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's a bad price. I would say if you're really trying to focus on consoles, you probably want to put GameStop at the bottom of your list, because at least Walmart, you can get consoles, but the problem with Walmart is that they have zero bot protection. The website crashes. It's an absolute trash-ass experience. So unless you live in a podunk town that has 25 or 30 consoles available for in-store pickup, if you're living in a major metro like me, you're screwed. You are utterly screwed doing a Walmart shopping experience. So let's talk about next steps. So, as we've said, we have said I know I'm looking crazy. I'm really sorry, but we're here. So let's talk about next steps, right? Target, one big final drop. And again, I am hypothesizing you want this in time for Christmas. If Hanukkah's your jam, you are really down to the wire. Hanukkah's next Friday. If you're not a holiday person and you're just like, I want it 2020, I got you there too. Target has one more drop left in him. One more big drop, and then it's all she wrote. Best Buy is due for 2 drops. My only concern is if you get in with the second drop, I hope you pick it up by the weekend before Christmas. Otherwise, you're going to be SOL. I do believe Walmart will have one more drop. I don't think it's going to be for another week or so. I could see them doing the drop closer to Hanukkah, which is the 11th of December. I could see them doing a drop closer to next weekend and then having in-store pickup for the following week up until a few days before Christmas. The thing with Walmart, though, is that Walmart announces when they're doing drops. And I hate it when people do that. I hate when they announce the drop because it just sets the bots up for success. I wish they would just do it in on the sly, on the sneak. I like it when they do the sneak. I liked Best Buy's sneak tactic. I thought it was very successful because a lot of people secure their consoles that way. But Walmart is due for one more drop. I think GameStop will have 2 more drops, all bundles, no single consoles. I think what happened after Black Friday, where it was only 2 PS5s and 8 Xbox Series X's, I think they're going to do 2 more sets of bundles, and then that's it. Which is why I said if we're thinking about this from a calendar perspective, I know I'm looking down. I'm getting my second monitor. I ordered it. It's just not in stock, so I have to wait for it to be delivered. But I told y'all, I'm getting a second monitor, so I have to crouch my neck over the place. So if we do, let's do a calendar, yeah? Maybe I should have typed this in differently. Yes. Bet. Okay. So, no, I don't want this on pictures or Facebook. Can I just have the... Lord have mercy. Okay, well, I guess... This is looking 50 Shades of Grey. Finally! Okay, I apologize, y'all. I had to get the window right. It was looking hella crazy. So, and just ignore the Pinterest and Facebook. This is a third-party thing. So, if we take a look at this calendar, right? Tomorrow's the 1st of the month, okay? That means you have 24 days until Christmas. You really can't count Christmas Eve as jack squat. So, really, you have to think about this in the mindset of an extreme case scenario. If you get a console that's for shipping, you need to have it by the 20th. Maybe the 21st, since the 21st is a business day. But I mean, that's pushing to the limit. I would not want to be in this scenario. This to me is a Keith Sweat. Nobody. We don't want to do that. Tomorrow and Wednesday, you need to be up from midnight to 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Central, 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. Mountain Time, and keeping your eyes on Le Target. Target. Hip Hop Array, Target. If you can secure the Christmas ham from Target, I'm giving you the State of the Union. That is the ultimate goal, okay? We do believe, because Walmart didn't do a drop. Walmart's not doing a drop this week. I'm not trying to break your heart. It's not happening. GameStop removed their bundles. So what does that tell us when we follow these patterns, right? When I looked at GameStop's tab. Removing the bundles means they need to refresh them with new bundles, which means they're going to do another drop this week. We do not know the day, but you should keep the GameStop consoles tab open. When you go to GameStop.com, click on Consoles PS5. That is the tab you should keep open and just refresh, just to have it in the back of your mind, okay? Best Buy, in my opinion, is due for 2 more drops. Do not be surprised, because they probably have more people picking up consoles this week that ordered them from their sneak attack last week. I am every Sunday morning for the next 3 Sundays. Same regimen, same recipe. Midnight to 3 a.m. Pacific time. Convert that for your proper time zone. In case they do a sneak the peek. I would also keep my eyes on these websites 11 a.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Pacific. Those are 2 good time frames where if they get an impromptu truck to the store and they're scanning inventory for sale and it's a whoop, there it is opportunity, those are the great opportunities to jump on and take advantage of. GameStop's doing 2 more bundles. We don't know when. I do personally believe, since this last bundle, the last day for delivery was December the 7th. I feel like they will probably do a drop sometime Thursday or Friday that would do December 8th to December 14th delivery. And then possibly a drop right up before Hanukkah that would do a December 15th to December 21st delivery. But remember what I said earlier in this stream. You need to really give yourself 2 weeks from today. You should have, if you are trying to secure the Christmas ham is your console. I don't care if it's Xbox X or the PS5. I'm a Sony pony, so I talk about PS5. You need to give yourself a hard deadline of December the 14th. If you have not secured your Christmas ham on December the 14th, I would start looking at sites, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. If you see anything priced for $7.50 or lower, buy it. Do not play hardball. Do not try to negotiate. Get your cash and get that ass to the console. By all means, open the box, inspect the inventory, show them that you have the money, ask them permission to open the box, show them that you have the cash. It proves your intent to purchase so no one feels taken advantage of, but also protect yourself and make sure you got a console in that box and not cinder blocks, because you might get shot by somebody. And I mean, I'm not the one, but I'm not the one, but We're going to talk about a couple, and then as I said, Walmart is due for one more drop. I don't see two more drops in them. I think it's too much of a battle. I do believe they will have one more drop. I personally believe it will either be on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of next week, so that will give you pickup times of 7 to 10 days, right up until Christmas. So remember, in the Book of Ho, we're going to go over a couple more things, and then we will get to the giveaway again. Make sure you have put in the chat on YouTube, on Twitch, I secured the Christmas ham. The 25 days of Ho Christmas giveaway starts today. Giving away a ton of stuff. Giving away accessories. Giving away PlayStation cards. Yada yada shmata. I will make sure it's shipped to you. We will get your information on the DM. It will be shipped to you in time for Christmas. Do not worry. I might start with this Tony Hawk. I'm feeling nostalgic. I'm feeling very nostalgic. But please also too like, follow, share if you care, because this hoe is trying to grow. Now, if you also have additional comments in terms of strategies, plays, things like that, feel free to put them in the chat. But again, we talked about it earlier. This is the biggest console drop ever. And I know inventory is very scarce, but it's not Sony's fault. It's not. And I know people want to find somebody to blame. It's not Sony's fault. Not today, it's not. A couple more stories I thought were interesting, right? Let's talk about the scalpers. Scalper group who purchased 3,500 PS5s has zero regrets selling most of them for profit. You have to remember, selling a console for $750 is technically profit. It's technically profit. If you get to December 14th and you're like, damn it, I need this PS5 under the tree for Christmas morning, pay $750. Because trust me, you're still winning. You are still winning. You have to determine what is your value of currency. It's not just the financial. It's not just the paper. It's the time. It's the effort. It's the sweat equity. It's staying up till God knows what in the morning. It's refreshing tabs. It's exhausting. It's damn near a part-time job. And I get it. These major corporations should have better bot protection. They should do in-store pickup, one per person, per household, per billing address, like the PlayStation Direct store. Everybody should do it that way. But I'm not the CEO of Best Buy. I'm not the CEO of Target. I'm not the CEO of Walmart. I'm not the CEO of GameStop. That's not my decision. So if you see a console for $750 and you are in a bind, buy it. Because you're getting off 80% better than the majority of people here who are going to be fighting tooth and nail to save $200, but they're not going to have the console for 9 months. You got to pick and choose your battles. I want you to win. I want you to have the console for manufacturer suggested retail price, but I'm also a realist. A realist who likes to keep it real. That's just me, though. That's just me. They made money. Of course they made money. Why wouldn't they make money? They made a ton of money. The UK scalper group who reportedly purchased as many as 3,500 PlayStation 5s allegedly sold 2,400 of the 35 for profit, something which is now sad as it has no regrets. Why would a scalper have regrets? Why? You have to think about it like this. It's big business, but it's very expensive. Let's do the math, shall we? Let's do the math. I like math, except when it's tax time. Outside tax time, I like the math. We will pretend that each console is $545. We're going to go on the higher side of tax. And we'll just say those 3,500 consoles were all physical. So $3,500 times 545, which is the console plus tax, is $1.9 million, essentially. Who has $1.9 million to play around with? That's a long bankroll. It's a lot of investing. Even if they made double for the trouble, that's pretty much just shy of $4 million, really. Which is cool from a profit standpoint, but from a gamer or consumer standpoint, yeah, it could be pretty annoying. But again, is it their fault that they have the bankroll to do it? Or is it the corporation's fault for not protecting the consumer? You have to think about that. You have to think about it. It's a pandemic. You know, these people probably flip sneakers. They probably flip refrigerators. The hot ticket item now is consoles. They're flipping consoles. They follow the trends of the business that they're in. You know, it's different if it's like, oh, I have 2 consoles. I'm keeping one for myself and I'm just going to flip another one. You know, that's some extra shopping money for Christmas. That's one thing. That's one thing. $3,500? Come on. Come on. And then there's like, they have no regrets. Of course they're not going to have regrets. And they're boasting about it on social media. Of course they're boasting about it on social media. Lots of our community has been furloughed, made redundant, or at some form disadvantaged due to the pandemic. Here's my problem with this. If you have $2 million in bankroll, and this does not include Xbox. That doesn't include Xbox, and it doesn't include digital PS5s. I was hypothesizing there's a 3,500 wall physical. No, I'm sure it's a combination of the two. But this is the stuff I think to me is BS. Because who has a $2 million bankroll and they want to say, oh, our community's been furloughed, they're redundant, they have disadvantages due to the pandemic. I don't see no on-call nurses bankrolling, scalping PS5s. Shoot, I would have more respect if you gave a PS5 to the military personnel, to the nurses, to the doctors first. During the pandemic, I have much more respect for that. These people have managed to cover their bills, put food on the table, supply Christmas presents to their children. That's not what that is. This is horse crap. There's a difference. If somebody got a second console and they flipped that pays for Christmas presents, that pays for 6 months of the electric bill. I'm not mad at that hustle. $3,500, you can kiss my entire ass. And it's a lot of ass, so it gets to kissing. It may be unfortunate that a child won't wake up for a PS5 this Christmas, but another child may have woken up to nothing. We have no regret. Nah, bro. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. You're not fooling me. You're not fooling me. I'm not the one. I'm not Neo. I'm the Oracle. Here, bitch. Have a cookie. I'm not the one. No, I don't believe that nonsense. Let me know how you feel about this in the chat. Real talk. Like, I don't want people to feel like they don't have a say in this. You know. How do you feel about scalpers? Do you see the side of, you know, if you're flipping a console and you get a couple $100 and you can pay for some groceries or pay for some electric bills or pay for Christmas presents and get it knocked out, or you flip it double for the trouble and you pay for the cost of your console so your PS5's free? Or are you like, you know, if you had $2 million, would you buy up all the PS5s and flip them? Let me know in the chat. I would love to hear your perspective and feedback on this. We're going to go over a couple more stories, and then we will call it for this evening. I think, again, this to me is funny. Before I talk about this, I forgot one other major player in the space, and I apologize. Someone brought this up to me. I greatly appreciate it. Amazon. No. Jeff Bezos don't want that smoke. And Amazon is a marketplace that sells too many of the world's needs to where they're thinking about being able to sell PS5s on time. I think Amazon, is Amazon due for one more drop? Yes, they are. They are due for one more drop. Do I think it's going to happen this week? No. Do I think it's going to happen next week? Potentially. I think there is some potential for it to be next week, either on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, which is December 9th, 10th, or 11th. But again, Amazon should be the furthest thing from your mind. And then also, too, if you do have like a Costco or Sam's Club membership, that's a good way to try it. But just keep in mind, they're in the same boat as GameStop. They are bundle city. So if you're just trying to get the Christmas ham only and no side items, you need to focus on definitely Target, Best Buy, unfortunately Walmart. If you don't care about the bundle for the trouble, GameStop, Costco, Sam's Club, Antonline. I'm not going to speak about Adorama because no. I'm not going to speak about BH Photo because they are a Jewish company, Jewish-run company. So they follow Shabbat and Hanukkah, and their timelines are different. And since Hanukkah is next Friday, I wouldn't look at BH Photo to feel like you're going to get your shipment in time. Like, they're prioritizing Hanukkah. Again, they have the right to do that. But in terms of logistics and timeline, I wouldn't even consider BH Photo. In terms of Kohl's, they're allowing some people to who got their orders canceled to place a new order. I don't know if they're just going to wait for that final tally and do one more drop. I think Kohl's is due for one more drop. I think you will probably see it next Sunday. That's why I say keep your eyes open. Kohl's is just like every other retailer. They switch their ad every week. I think they're due for one more drop. I think if you got it from Kohl's on Sunday morning, would you get it in time for Christmas? Yeah, I think so. I would take that bet. If you can secure the bag. This to me is funny because we talked about the DualSense controller. Let me know in the chat if you want me to give away a DualSense. I have a spare one as part of the 25 days of Christmas. The fact that Xbox is praising the DualSense, if there is one, you can hammer specs to specs and software patches to software patches all you want. But if there is a primary reason to get a next-gen console, specifically a PS5, it should be for that DualSense controller. Because it's next-gen gaming. And the most important piece of your gaming rig outside of what you're using as a monitor or television and audio is the controller. The controller is the lifeline of the game. No controller, you can't play nothing. Nobody wants to do this for 50 hours with their fingers. It's whack. So the fact that Xbox boss is praising the DualSense controller, I loved this because it's a testament to the step that PS5 made when people were talking about like, oh man, I haven't felt this excitement since the PlayStation 2. This is why, which is why I say, do not be surprised as people continue to secure their Christmas ham. You're going to start to see controllers sell out. You haven't seen it yet. I promise you by the 15th, you're going to start seeing retailers that say sold out, sold out, sold out. You mark my words on this stream. Miss March on Twitch. To me, it's a cheap tactic to make a quick buck. Like you said, I don't mind someone buying an extra to flip, but more than one is ridiculous. Look, I'm not a mom, but I know Similac ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? I would actually have more respect for someone if I was in the situation where I met someone who was flipping and dipping and she was like, yeah, I got my man one for Christmas. He opened it early. He's doing it. We got a second one. I got a newborn. Similac ain't cheap. Respect. Take my money. Respect. Real. People just wanted to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? That's all people want to do at the end of the day. Keep it real. If you're flipping and dipping, if you're trying to get it from a retailer, just keep it all the way real. Again, Adorama did do a drop today. It was 5,000% horrible. They were only doing bundles. Nobody cares. And lastly, this is another reason why you should be scared. If you are in the States like I am, the States is not the only country playing PS5. And I talked about this on my previous streams. When you have various countries in Europe who are on lockdown right now, again, that's constraining inventory and access to inventory. You need to secure your turkey now. Secure it now. Secure the Christmas ham now, because it's not even just the biggest launch in the UK, it's the biggest launch everywhere. It's the biggest launch everywhere. Everywhere. Okay. Quick recap. Then we're going to figure out who won day one of the whole 25 days of Christmas, baby. So full recap. Next 2 nights, midnight to 3 a.m. Pacific time. Convert that to your regular time. You need to be watching Target. Target. They are due for one fatty mega drop. It is coming. The email has been leaked. I need to find a copy of it. Once I find that copy, I'm putting it on my social media. Please look to the overlays for all of my social tags. I'm very active on the Twitters. In terms of Walmart, skip to me, Lou, to next week. In terms of Best Buy is due for at most 2 more drops. They will most likely be during the early morning hours. I would keep my eye on the midnight to 3 a.m. Pacific range, especially on Sundays when they do their ad changes. You might see it on a Saturday if they turn their 7-day week from a Sunday to Saturday instead of a Monday to Sunday. But I would always keep my eye for the next 3 Sundays, midnight to 3 a.m. Pacific. I'm watching Best Buy like a hawk. Also, keep your eye on accessory in-stock updates on every single major chain, excluding Walmart, especially Target, especially Best Buy. If you see Pulse 3D headsets, if you see DualSense charging stations, keep an eye on it. That means someone's emptying a truck. There could be some PS5s on a pallet, impromptu, for sale. After Target does their last major drop, you keep an eye on Pop Finder. You check it between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. local time. If you see that number change, that means PS5s are off of the truck. I would really focus on 2. Because here's the thing with Pop Finder. If you see a place that says 1, it could be 1 of 2 things. A glitch in the system, or B, an employee is going to take it and buy it. So 2 or more, you're out the door. That's always the philosophy with Pop Finder. 2 or more, I'm out the door, and it's off to the races. First come, first serve with these retailers. Walmart is going to do, in my opinion, 1 more drop. It will probably be the middle of next week. It gives people 7 to 10 working days to pick up or get their console right in time for Christmas. GameStop, you're probably going to see 2 more drops, both with bundles. They're going to break down each bundle drop. 1 should be later this week. 1 should be next week. Both will have shipping and delivering days in time for Christmas, which is why I said you need to have a hard stop day of December the 14th, outside of trying to maybe on Sunday, December the 13th, check Best Buy early in the morning to see if they do a drop for a pickup later in the week. If you do not have the Christmas ham just kidding, got excited. If you do not have the Christmas ham by Monday, December 14th, start looking at OfferUp, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. If you see a console for $750, do not ask questions. Do not try to hardball. Get your money and go get your console and secure the Christmas ham in time for the holidays. So I am feeling nostalgic. I had this game on Nintendo 64. The remaster is beautiful. I absolutely love it. So we are going to start off with a little bit of nostalgia for tonight's giveaway. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. If you have a PS5, it does have free next-gen upgrades. All of these games will have free next-gen upgrades. Do not worry about it. And you know what? Since you were the last to make a comment, Miss March _ on Twitch, congratulations! You are winner of night 1 of the 25 days of Christmas. Please DM me your information. You can either do it on Twitter at 2hoesandaconsole, or you can email me at 2hoesandaconsole@gmail.com. I'm going to put this in the chat for you as well. I am going to make sure that everybody gets their stuff in time for Christmas. Your information will stay confidential. We will be doing giveaways all throughout the month of December. I promise you that. Otherwise, I am going to rest up a little bit. You know why? Because I'm going to be staying up watching Target. which is what you should be preparing to do. So again, if you're new to the channel, I stream Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We will be doing all things PS5. Again, if you're an Xbox jock, I will try my best to help you with Xbox as well. From now up until the Christmas holiday. Again, please, if you're on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you're on Twitch, please follow. I am so close to 50 followers. I can taste it. We will be doing multiple giveaways. Again, I have the games stacked here. I have the accessories stacked here. This is why I love Black Friday, because you can just give away a bunch of stuff. Some stuff is PS4 with next-gen upgrades. Some stuff like Watch Dogs is PS5 specific. I got Ghost of Tsushima. I got some Madden. I got some FIFA. I got some 2K. I have some Mortal Kombat Aftermath collection. I got Just Dance. I got Tony Hawk. I got Call of Duty. I've got Spider-Man. I've got media remotes. I've got controllers. I've got PlayStation Store gift cards. You name it. But listen, Ho had a few days off, had to enjoy the holiday, you know, had to recharge and stuff, get a little bit of my PlayStation 5 in, you know what I'm saying? But we will be here for your holiday needs. I want you to win at the end of the day. I want you to win at the end of the day. I will do everything in my power to help you do that. But real talk, Target in the next 48 hours. Do not be surprised if GameStop drops bundles in the next 48 hours, but they always drop during the hours where people are awake. Target likes to drop stuff when people are asleep, are supposed to be asleep. Target is when you're supposed to be asleep and watching. GameStop, you'll see stuff happen. I never talk about PlayStation Direct. They have their own system. They have their own queue. It's one per PlayStation Network ID per billing address. I appreciate Sony doing it that way, but the bots get pushed up to the front. They haven't figured that out yet. So I don't talk about PlayStation Direct. If you can secure one from them, kudos to you, but that is not the store I talk about. So we will be back on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Please follow on Twitch. Please subscribe on YouTube. It is your girl, Allie. We are doing the 25 days of Black Ho Christmas. As I said, Miss March _ on Twitch. Make sure you get me your information so I do not forget, so I can keep tabs. Otherwise, I hope you all secure your Christmas ham. If you need me, I am here for you. I'm very active on Twitter when stuff like this drops. And you all take care and stay safe, okay? You have a great night wherever you're located. I will see you on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on YouTube, on Twitch, Girl Allie, from a new episode of Keynote on the Console. Stay safe. Wash your hands.
So, just in case you didn't know this, St. Nicholas, a.k.a. St. Nick, a.k.a. Big Man with the red suit, the beard, the hat, the works. He's black, okay? Santa's a brother. And this brother was very good to me this year. He was so good to me, I'm gonna share with you what he gave me, all right? On the first day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the second day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 2 doobie-doos and a copy of Red Dead. On the third day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 3 PS4s, 2 doobie-doos, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the fourth day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 doobie-doos, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the fifth day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the sixth day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 6 Cardi B's, 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the seventh day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 7 Raisin Canes, 6 Cardi B's, 5 golden chains, 4 Fender Strats, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. crumble apple, 7 raisin cane, 6 Cardi B's, 5 gold and chain, 4 Fender Stripes, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the night day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 9 refund checks, 8 crumble apple, 7 raisin cane, 6 Cardi B's, 5 gold and chain, 4 Fender Stripes, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the 10th day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 10 Bentley trucks, 9 refund checks, 8 crumble apple, 7 raisin cane, 6 Cardi B's, 5 gold and chains, 4 Fender Stripes, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. On the 11th day of Christmas, Black Santa gave to me 11 lottery tickets, 10 Bentley trucks, 9 refund checks, 8 crumble apple, 7 raisin cane, 6 Cardi B's, 5 gold and chains, 4 Fender Stripes, 3 PS4s, 2 DVDs, and a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2.